Welcome to Homecoming, the dance, where we talk about everything homecoming. We talk about dance, we talk about DJ, we talk about the playlist, we talk about the decorations, the themes, and everything you can imagine about a homecoming dance. I'm your host, Raisa, and we're going to start diving into it right away.
I'm Ailey.
I'm Noel.
And I'm Emma.
And yeah, we're here to discuss about the upcoming homecoming dance. I think you guys are the team that's doing it. So, what inspired this year's theme for the homecoming dance?
So the theme this year is City of Stars, and we took it basically from the movie La La Land. So the city that the movie is set in is Los Angeles, and it's also like named City of Stars. So the theme is kind of like taking inspiration from not only like the movie and like scenes from the movie, but also just like kind of the city of Los Angeles after dark. So yeah.
That sounds interesting. Do you guys have anything to add up to that?
Yeah, most of the decorations are going to be like buildings, and you'll see a lot of stars at homecoming. We're trying to like incorporate like the nightlife, as Emma said, of Los Angeles into the theme. So that's where the buildings and all the stars come in.
I'm assuming like a Hollywood nightlife kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, okay. That sounds interesting and fun. How did you guys divide up the responsibilities among the team?
When we would start, when we got together as a committee, we first like put down all the different jobs that we would have to have in order to get everything done, and just kind of divided everybody, like more people that have the skill to like draw or paint would obviously work on the banners, work on writing, drawing, coloring, painting, and then others who can do that digitally would work on like what we post on Instagram, what we would have the printed posters as. So it really depends on everyone's like skill level and what people like to do, and that's how we would divide the work.
That makes sense. Just to give a heads up to those who don't know what homecoming is, someone who came from another country last year, I would like if you guys would explain what actually the homecoming is.
Yeah. So basically, the homecoming dance or the homecoming like week in general is just essentially a week where we get to celebrate being a part of the Lewis community and basically being like proud to be a Lancer. So throughout the homecoming week, we have spirit weeks where we kind of like battle as classes and we gain spirit points for the pep rally at the end of the week, where all the classes sit together and we have a bunch of games. All the sports teams run out, and at the end, like all the spirit points are tallied up for the class who wins. Oh, and we also have like Powder Puff, which is earlier in the week between the juniors and the seniors. And then we have the homecoming game, obviously, which people show up and support our Lancer football team. And then after that is, of course, the dance, where everyone just gets to kind of like relax, lean back, have fun, and just kind of like support our school. So that's kind of what homecoming is all about.
That seems so fun. What has been the most challenging part of planning the event so far?
I would personally say the most challenging part is coming together as a group is something we're all great with, but since we do separate into little sections, like Ailey said, we have to make sure that we're communicating with each other 100%, because sometimes some like sections of the group, they get like the wrong idea, and then the others like have a different idea, and then when we all come together at the end, it's kind of confusing. So we've been working on communicating with each other. We have a little group chat where we update each other, which is really helpful and essential to the process of all of us keeping up at the same pace. And yeah.
That's something SGA works on really great. I was a part of SGA last year. I was a senator. It was amazing, like the group work and how we all came up together to like, paint the pep rally banners and stuff. It was fun. So coming to that, how do you ensure that the dance, like the environment and the setup, appeals to the entire student community here?
Well, a lot of that actually goes into like we're currently making the playlist, so that's the first thing that came to mind. So recently, like the past 2 years, we've been making DJ playlists.
Yeah.
So we want to truly like incorporate every single like person's like music taste, first of all, for the DJ to play, and also like that helps for people not like if they don't know a song, then chances are they're likely to know like a future song because we try to incorporate every single type of music when we make these playlists. So I think that is definitely one thing that comes to mind when you think like of incorporating the entire school community. So yeah.
On that, just a personal question. Can I get a spoiler? Do we have Fiend on that playlist?
We do.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm gonna
do
be. Please.
Oh, it'll be on there.
It's on the playlist list.
Okay.
Will it be approved by admin?
It should be, because last year we heard some really, yeah, yeah.
We'll
Okay.
just censor it if anything.
Exactly. You can always do that. You can ask me. I'm good at editing. I will help you guys. So, like, on that, what creative ideas or unique elements are you introducing this year? Like, let's say something that could be different from last year, because last year we had this entire red carpet and, like, the Vegas theme.
Well, I think we are taking a lot of inspiration from last year since it's both like city themed.
Yeah.
But I feel like this year we're kind of honing in on like one aspect of the city, and that's like nightlife and like at night and stuff. So I think like the decorations are obviously going to be very different, and the color scheme is something I don't think we've ever done before. At least while I've been here, it's like blues and purples and like golds and just like something that
Sparkly.
sparkly.
Thank goodness I have a nice dress for homecoming.
Yeah. So we have a lot of sparkles this year. So that's definitely something that's new. So yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Like, really, I have been debating for like the dresses, and I heard one of my friends saying that, oh, it's blue, but I heard one of my other friends say, oh, it's gold. I was so confused, and then I chose the most sparkliest outfit you could ever find.
Yes.
You'll fit right in the theme.
So, like, how do you manage expectations? And, like, it's kind of an aftermath from homecoming. Like, how do you manage the expectations that the students had and how they, like, came up with the feedbacks? And, like, how do you guys deal with it for the next homecoming, let's say?
We definitely take what we hear outside of SGA into consideration. Almost every single class period we have SGA in, there's always somebody who's like, guys, I've heard that the students don't like this, and we definitely try to take their feedback into consideration. We try our best. I know a lot of people hate on SGA and they're like, what was this dance, or like, what was the DJ? But a lot of things are out of our control, so it's hard when we hear things from other students that we've been trying to work on, because we do work really hard as a team and as a class. So some of the criticism does hurt, but we try to block them off, and we know we did our best, and that's what matters. Yeah.
And it really like isn't easy, like especially like on this whole like DJ dilemma. Like Emma has been like on top of that so much, because it's been like annoying to try and find a DJ because a bunch of them don't have the availability. Others like their little like mixes are kind of and it's just like there's only so much you can do, like Noel said. And like we understand that people have their opinions and stuff, like they didn't like the DJ or they didn't like the song or stuff like that, but like again we can only do certain things to actually be able to help that, and we can't control everything.
Yeah, adding on to that, I feel like, especially with the DJ, there's always complaints about the DJ. I've been in the homecoming committee for 3 years, so I've always gotten complaints about the DJ or that people didn't like the theme. And like, while we do try and appeal to the student body, I feel like there's always going to be people that you can't please, and you just have to kind of deal with that, because you can't like. No one, like, the entire student body is not going to be, like, happy. There's obviously going to be people who don't like the theme or don't like the DJ. So you kind of just have to, like, take that into consideration and, like, just keep doing what works.
Yeah, adding on to that, I feel like I loved whatever the SGA did last year. It was amazing because we have to remember that we're also students. we're working full time as a student, and we have to manage our grades up to be a part of SGA, which is like a big factor. So we cannot always like give 24/7 to SGA and to homecoming and whatever things we're doing or whatever events we're covering. But like in that case, does the faculty really help us? Like the administration, let's say Miss Betty, she's amazing to be honest. Do they help us like get through this and like make us mentally assured that okay, you're doing amazing. It's okay. People are gonna judge you. People are not gonna be pleased with you. Not everyone has the same opinions. Does the faculty help with that?
I would say Miss Petty and Miss Matson are so amazing. They've helped us so much. They've helped us with our PO. They've helped us with so many things regarding the homecoming dance. And I feel like without their feedback and like supporting words, like we wouldn't be as far as we've come as a committee. And they've really like kept us on our game. And yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Personally, I love Miss Petty as well. I haven't had a chance to talk with Miss Matson yet, but like Miss Petty, she's amazing. On that note, can you guys like give us a behind the scenes look at how the event comes together?
Well, for our first meeting, when we first learn our committees and we get together, the first thing we do is we get to know each other because this is our first committee of the year. Obviously, a lot of people are new to the class and don't really know each other as we're all in different grade levels. Some people do know each other, obviously, but there's, So we do some icebreakers, which I think every committee does. But yeah, we did it too, just to like get to know each other because we're going to be working with each other for like at least a few weeks, if not a month. So we need to like be able to be comfortable with each other. So that's what we do for the first meeting. And then after that, the first thing we get into is deciding the theme because before we can do anything else, we need to decide a theme. Mm-hmm. So we know what decorations to buy, we know how to advertise and everything. So we spend usually a class period or two deciding on a theme because sometimes we don't always agree on what the theme is or we have so many ideas and we can't narrow them down to like one that we can all agree on. Luckily, it was pretty easy this year. So, and then from then we start brainstorming what we're going to put in the gym, how we're going to decorate, like what we should buy. And we also immediately start looking for DJ and photo booth. So, because those are our most expensive things. Yeah. So we want to get those like set in stone. Even though this year finding a DJ has been pretty difficult. But don't worry, we have one now. And then from then we like make the PO and then we work on PR and advertising because we obviously do have to reveal the theme at one point before we start selling tickets. Mm-hmm. So we usually make a little theme reveal video where we hopefully do it in a fun way. So yeah, and then we make a lot of posters and we have actually begun to make decorations too, just like as a way to save money. So we have a few people who are very artistically talented working on making decorations for the gym. So yeah, and then at the end we come together, we discuss, and like hopefully on the day it will be smooth running because I think we've been working pretty hard lately.
Finger crossed.
Yeah.
Everything goes smoothly. On that, can I ask you guys something? So like when you guys start preparing for the event, right? Like what's something that actually happens and you guys are like, okay, we're like a week away. What do you do now? Because the main question is like, did you guys have this experience, especially Emma, like since like you have been a part of homecoming team since last 3 years, as you mentioned. Have you ever had this experience you're like stuck at one point and you guys don't know what happens? Let's say the DJ decided to cancel at the last point or something like that.
Luckily that's never happened before. But last year there was something with the DJ. So we had made a playlist and he had lost the playlist, so he just played whatever songs he wanted to play. And I think that's why a lot of people complain about the DJ because like even this was during the dance. Like we had been under the impression that the DJ like had the playlist and was gonna play the playlist. And then when he didn't, like I remember being at the dance and being like, this song wasn't on the playlist. Like, what is he playing? Like, we didn't put this on there. So, apparently the chair last year like went up to the DJ and was like and like asked him about it, and he just said he lost it. So this year I'm gonna try to make sure he doesn't lose it. So it's a different DJ. First of all, we did not get the same DJ, so we got a different one. And I definitely want to like set the playlist in stone. So hopefully like people enjoy the songs this year, because that's always something that we've got is like those songs are bad. So I don't want that to happen this year. So
I think last year during the dance, I also figured that something's wrong with the DJ, even though I wasn't a part of the homecoming team. But this is how I found out, right? We are all dancing, me and my friends. We're in an amazing mood. I look over and I see the DJ, like I see like random students going up to the DJ and be like, can you play that song? Can you play that song? And the DJ played. Because as far as I know, the DJ isn't supposed to do that. He's supposed to have a playlist. So it's like, okay, something's going on over there. But like, the only song, to be honest, I enjoyed last year was, what was that song? I forgot. It was By the End of the Night. And we were all pretty much tired, but it was an amazing song. Yeah. So that was that. It was fun. Another question, like what role does the school spirit play in your planning process?
Well, I just think we want the entire student body to be like involved and have a good time. So yeah, that's, I guess, like we just try to like appeal to all of them. And we know that like homecoming is when people usually get hype. So yeah, I think it's just like, it's a way for just everyone to like come together.
Yeah, for me, I think homecoming is more something that students are hyped up about. Like, not even prom is that much hyped up by students. It's homecoming, I think. I think part of it is because, like, all the students can attend homecoming and not only juniors and seniors. So everyone's, like, really hyped up about it. Do you have something to add on to that?
No, yeah, I agree with what Emma's saying. Because everyone just looks forward to Hoko Week because of the Spirit Days, the Powerpuff, and like all the activities that happen within, because it's just supposed to be like a fun week to come together as like a school and like hype up everyone, more like school spirit, the game and everything. It's just like whenever you see those like movies about high school, like that's what you think of. You don't think about the workload. You think about, oh, like the dance, the game, the Hoko Week, like all that fun stuff.
Can I add on to that? I moved here last year and it was literally the only thing that came up to my mind. Have you guys, like, do you guys remember Never Have I Ever season 1 or 2? They were like in the homecoming and I was in my home country and I was to like see that. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be so fun. Then I came here and it was like, oh, well, it's not everything, guys. We have a lot of schoolwork to do as well. Yeah. That was pretty shocking for me. What are you guys most excited about for this year's homecoming?
I don't know. I think I kind of want to see how the dance comes together. Like it's always my favorite part of homecoming. But like this year, I'm the chair of the committee, so like I guess I kind of want to see the final product, and like I just want to see that hard work pay off like over the past few months. So yeah.
What about you?
Personally, I'm so hyped of like getting ready with my friends because it's always fun taking pictures and just feeling good before the dance and during the dance, hopefully. It like the dance, the day itself, it's almost like a stress reliever because we've all worked hard on setting up the dance, and just seeing it come to real life, all of our ideas like as a team, it really does feel good seeing what you worked hard for and other people enjoying it. I'm really excited to hear the positive feedback from the students, and yeah.
What about you?
Again, like adding on to what they're saying, like I just want to see it like all put together, because putting all the work into it like these past few weeks, like you just want to be like, oh my God, like I wanted to get here. I want to see just everybody enjoying it too. And then obviously there are going to be the people that are going to talk about, be like, oh, I didn't like this and this. But at the end, like we did put a lot of work into it, and I just want to see people enjoy it as well.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys like have any tips for the future SGA students who want to plan the homecoming dance?
I would say do everything in advance because I feel like the first week we were all like still getting to know each other and a little shy, so our ideas didn't come out right away. I would tell future SGA students in the homecoming committee, it doesn't matter. Like, you guys are gonna have to, like, you guys force yourself to know each other because that shy week of, oh, like, hey, can I borrow that? Like, towards the end, you're gonna wish that you weren't shy and that you started right away because that's how we were, and now we're cramming everything in. So I would just say, get it done in advance, and it'll be like you'll thank yourself later.
I would say for any future chairs of the homecoming committee, don't be afraid to like ask for help because I don't know, when I started, I had this like mindset of like, oh, I can do it myself, like, because I know like I have a lot of responsibilities, you know, like telling people what to do and stuff, but like I quickly learned that like I can't do everything by myself, and obviously that's why I have a committee, but also like it's okay to ask for help from like people outside, or from like Matson and Petty, like just on pointers, because obviously I've been in the committee but I've never led it before, so there's things that like I didn't know that I had to do. So like, yeah, just I would say don't be afraid to ask for help because you don't have to do everything by yourself.
Yeah, right. I love that about our school, to be honest. Like, we all come in a group and then we all work on our project. It's amazing. I love that personally. On that note, how are you like balancing the homecoming prep with your other school responsibilities?
I feel like when working on like homecoming prep and stuff, it's most of the focus is during our SGA period. So for me personally, it doesn't really collide as much with schoolwork unless it gets to the time where it is the week of homecoming, and that's when things really do get chaotic because everyone has to help out with this, everyone has to help out with this, you have to clean this up, but like everything is getting finalized, and that's where everything kind of gets heavy. But just like the planning and stuff doesn't really affect too much when you're still like putting in your ideas and stuff until like the week of, and like, oh, I gotta do this and this and this, and I gotta prepare all this. It doesn't really affect much until it gets to the week of, in my opinion.
Also, adding on to that, homecoming is literally in the week of the end of the quarter.
Yeah. That's like insane. Yeah. There's like everyone's like testing, finalizing things for the quarter, and we also like, that's so crazy to me.
Yeah. To you, Emily, any memorable moments from past homecoming events that inspired this one?
That's what I have to think about. Let me think. Hold on. Give me a sec.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, okay. I would say that 2 years ago, I feel like the homecoming setup was very chaotic. I remember being there before I had to leave for cheer, but I remember being there and like everyone was running around. It was like high stress environment. Like we were like asking people who weren't in SGA to like help out, like just pulling random people from the hall. I remember Ailey was one of them.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because we needed like help to set up. So I feel like this year I hope that it's gonna be kind of low stress. I hope that because we have a really big class at SGA this year, I think that if we all come together, we can make it not as high stress as it needs to be and get everything done efficiently. Because the way that we're doing it this year is we're not setting up after school before the game. We're setting up during school. So everyone in SGA gets off of class for that Friday. So we basically have the entire day to set up. So I think with that like long amount of time and just the sheer amount of people that are in the class, I think that we can probably get it done before the game, if not even earlier than that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. You guys are going to be stressed. I'm sorry. Like, how do you guys handle unexpected changes or, like, last-minute challenges to everyone?
Well, we do have like support from our teachers, Miss Matson and Miss Petty. Like I said, they've been helping us a lot, and we're right now like we're trying to avoid and plan ahead for those last minute changes. We're getting a bunch of extra things done. We're making like backup decoration, like Emma said, to save money, but we also did order what we really want. So in case those don't come on time or things like that happen, we have like a plan B for everything. And honestly, like speaking like as a member of the committee, anytime we have an issue, we either run to Emma or Miss Petty because they're all like super helpful. Miss Matson as well. Yeah.
That's really helpful of you guys. um, what's the process for selecting musics and like decorations, as you guys mentioned before? Like, how do you guys actually go through it? Like, is there some sort of voting or like something like that?
Well, when we first started looking for decorations and stuff like that, everyone would just go on Google, Pinterest, and like look up the theme and just see what other people did. Like a bunch of us would spend time on TikTok and like after school and stuff. We'd look for like inspo because we know other schools have done it. So we obviously not copy, but we try to like get inspo like that. And then based off of that, we look for decorations like, online and just use a lot of inspo from social media and stuff, which actually is really helpful.
I think it's just my opinion. You guys can correct me if you want. I think like selecting the musics is the biggest challenge. Like you don't know what playlist you're gonna work with because everyone has like different music tastes, and you have to think about everyone in general, the entire school. So you guys I think that's a really big part.
Yeah, it started off with 2 members in our committee working on the playlist, and I was one of them. It was me and another person, Lucas, in our committee, and we were sitting down and we were like going through other homecoming playlists, and as we were writing, like members from SGA, even in different committees, started coming up and they were like, "Oh, can you play this song?" So we just it was the whole class, not just the committee, giving us ideas. So that was really help trying to make the playlist like diverse. We have a bunch of Spanish songs because we want everyone to feel good and have a good time without feeling left out. So we're trying to incorporate a bunch of different languages and music tastes and genres.
Adding on to that, it's gonna be amazing as we're celebrating the Hispanic Heritage Month this month. What's wrong with me? So I think it's gonna be amazing because considering the fact that Lewis has one of the biggest Hispanic community in our school. So I think that's amazing of you guys to think about that. What do you hope that like the students or like the faculty take away from this year's homecoming experience?
I'd say that I just hope they take away like a fun time. I don't want like anyone to go away absolutely miserable, like having a bad time at homecoming. Like that probably sucks. So I just want them to be able to relax and have a fun time, be able to dance with their friends, Yeah.
Yeah. How did managing like the homecoming committee, as you said you're like the chair, so like how is that helping you from your, like, let's say, how's your past experiences inspiring you in this, like your leadership experiences or anything like that?
Well, I've been in SGA for 3 years, so I've kind of been shown the ropes by like the committee chairs before me, so that definitely helps a lot. But also, I feel like I can pull like experiences from going to homecoming and like my own opinion and my friends' opinions, obviously, because I do like to know like if they liked it afterwards. And then I definitely pulled that and like took it into consideration. Was like, oh, like what can we do differently this year? Like, what like themes do people like? And actually, before we decided the theme, I asked my best friend, her name's Leah, shout out Leah McCleary, if, like, I sent her, like, a list of potential themes when we had first decided. I was like, hey, which one do you like? Like, not gonna tell you which one it is, but like, which one do you like the most? And she was like, oh, like this one could be cute. And she like, because she's not an SGA, so I think definitely being an SGA, it's like we have a different perspective on like the homecoming dance, and obviously like we want to have a creative theme, but I think when you ask the student body, like they just want something that's like cute, I guess. So, and you know, so I just tried to go off of that and like what a few other people said. So yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. I'd have done that too. Ask my best friend. I ask her about everything, so that makes sense. Any other things that you guys are personally planning on for homecoming? Let's say dresses or like stuff like that. Give us some spoilers. Come on.
I personally haven't gotten my dress yet.
I bought my dress like last weekend. I like went to Windsor and Tyson's with like my mom, and I tried on a lot, and well, they didn't have a lot of like my sizes. Like they were all like the bigger sizes because I guess I went late and I kind of forgot about my homecoming dress. And I was like, oh wait, I actually need to get a homecoming dress. So I went last week, and I chose one. I think it's like green. Yeah, it's like green and sparkly. I really like it. You know, it's different from what I've worn in the past homecoming years, I guess, because I don't know. I never thought I looked good in green, but apparently I do. So according to my mom.
Yay. I'm gonna find you guys during homecoming and take pictures. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do that.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yay, we're all gonna come together, Lancer Media and SG and everywhere.
Period.
We're gonna do it. I'm hoping forward to like have this kind of podcast again after homecoming, discussing about homecoming aftermaths, like what feedback and whatever things you guys. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah, I like that.
let's
I like
do
that
it.
idea.
Let's do that once again after homecoming.
Okay.
It was fun having you guys. Like, it was really amazing talking with you guys. You guys have an amazing positive vibe, and I love it. I love you guys are managing the homecoming committee because I feel like it's a really positive team that's working for Louis Lancers. So, yay, let's go. I'm so excited.
Thank you for having us.
No, it's my
Thank you. I
pleasure.
like this,
Thank you so
actually.
much.
I had fun.
I'm gonna start my own podcast.
Yes.
Guys, just join Lancer Media. I'm not promoting it, but like just join Lancer
She
Media.
is.
Yeah,
A
just look.
little bit.
Yeah, guys, that's me. Anyways, yay, we're done.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.